Background: March 8, 2014, marked one of the most astonishing and unsolved events in the history of modern aviation. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370, a Boeing 777-200ER, was en route from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia's capital, to Beijing, China's capital. The aircraft had a total of 239 people on board, including 12 crew members and 227 passengers. The majority of the passengers were Chinese nationals. Chronology of events: takeoff and last contact. The aircraft took off smoothly from Kuala Lumpur International Airport at 0042 local time. Approximately 38 minutes after takeoff, at 0119 local time, as the aircraft was transitioning from Malaysian airspace to Vietnamese airspace, a Malaysian air traffic controller bid farewell to the pilots, saying, "Good night, MH370. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah's last words were, "Good night, Malaysia 370.
Transponder shut down. Just a few minutes after this final communication, at 0121, the aircraft's transponder, a system that identifies the aircraft and reports its position to air traffic controllers, abruptly shut down. This meant the aircraft no longer appeared on civilian radar screens. It remains unknown whether the transponder was manually switched off or if it failed. Military radar tracking. Despite disappearing from civilian radar, Malaysian military radar continued to track the aircraft for some time. The radar showed MH370 deviating from its planned route, turning west over the Malaysian peninsula towards the Andaman Sea, when it should have been heading east towards Beijing. The aircraft finally disappeared from military radar screens at 0222, northwest of Penang Island. Satellite handshakes. Although the aircraft's communication systems, ACARS, and transponder were disabled, there were automatic pings, signals, from the aircraft's Rolls-Royce engines sent to the British satellite company in Marsat. These pings indicated that the aircraft's systems were automatically handshaking with the satellite. The aircraft continued to send these pings for more than 7 hours, with the last ping received at 0819. Analysis of these pings suggested the aircraft had flown south into the southern Indian Ocean, west of Perth, Australia. Extensive search operations. The disappearance of the aircraft triggered one of the largest and most expensive search operations in history. Initial searches focused on the South China Sea, but shifted to the southern Indian Ocean following the analysis of satellite data. Multinational teams used advanced sonar technology and unmanned underwater vehicles to scan the ocean floor. Surface searches. Extensive surface searches for wreckage or survivors were conducted initially, but nothing was found. Underwater searches. In the designated 7th Arc region, determined by satellite data, an area of approximately 120,000 square kilometers was scanned. Despite this, the main wreckage or black boxes of the aircraft were never found. The searches were suspended in January 2017. Debris. A few pieces of aircraft debris were found on the western coasts of the Indian Ocean, such as Madagascar, Reunion Island, and Tanzania, and were confirmed to belong to MH370. These pieces included a flaperon, a wing control surface. However, these fragments did not provide definitive information about the location of the main fuselage or the black boxes. Unresolved mysteries and theories. The disappearance of MH370 has led to numerous conspiracy theories, speculations, and serious investigations. No theory has been conclusively proven. Pilot action, intentionally diverted. The most common and widely considered theory, also focused on by official authorities, is that the aircraft was deliberately diverted from its course. Claims have been made that Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah or co-pilot Fariq Abdul Hamid hijacked the aircraft or deliberately guided it into the ocean in a suicide attempt. Allegations that a flight simulator found at the captain's home contained a route similar to MH370's final path also strengthen this theory, but there is no definitive proof. No conclusive findings have been reached regarding the pilot's motives or mental health. Passenger action. The theory that a passenger on board took control of the aircraft or sabotaged it. However, the lack of any terrorist organization claiming responsibility or concrete evidence weakens this theory. Mechanical failure or fire. The theory that a serious fire or major mechanical failure on board caused the pilots to lose control, leading the aircraft to turn west and then crash. While the transponder shutdown and communication system disablement are attempted to be explained by this, the fact that the aircraft continued to fly for such a long period makes this theory difficult. Cargo bay fire explosion. That hazardous materials in the cargo bay, e.g., lithium batteries, caused a fire, leading to the aircraft's demise. However, this has also not been definitively proven. Mysterious reasons, conspiracy theories. Numerous conspiracy theories have emerged, such as the aircraft being shot down by a military force, abducted by aliens, or hidden in a secret location. Most of these theories lack solid evidence and are generally products of the imagination of conspiracy enthusiasts. Future and impact. The disappearance of MH370 led to significant changes in international aviation safety protocols. Efforts accelerated to develop technologies that would allow aircraft to be tracked more closely and black boxes to be located more easily. However, the fate of the 239 people remains unknown, and the failure to find the main wreckage continues to be an open wound for the victims' families. MH370 has gone down in history as a chilling example that, despite technological